Now it's time for a breakdown. A breakdown.
It's time, y'all. I'm naming names. Calling people to the carpet. You know, I was raised right. I was raised to be respectful, be a lady. But after a while, there's only so much that a person can take. And to be attacked by 4 different people, Germaine, Dupri, Cindy, Raphael, Sadiq, and my ex, it's time for me to speak up. Put yourself out there, so I'm going to address you. You brought yourself to my party. So there was a circus. As soon as I went viral, of course, the usual suspects come out. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome to episode 1 of my circus series. Let's go! Clown number 1, Germaine Dupri. Like I said, if I met this man once in my lifetime, that's saying a lot. Like, nobody asked you for your opinion. I don't know where you came from, but if you had an assignment, you failed miserably. I was like, what the heck is this? You literally got it on camera and then you sent it to the media? That to me was a bitch move. You heard me. I was shocked because usually celebrities support each other. You don't go in on each other at all. I did the interview with Angela Yee. She brought him up. I wasn't even going to bring him up. And I was like, you know, it's one thing to have an opinion on something. You literally give an opinion about something you don't know nothing about, talking about, I have an assistant. I have an assistant, but I said sister/assistant. Go back and watch. Lifts me up. That is her way of assisting me. There's even attorneys that do pro bono work. They work for free, okay? He just had to get in there too. I'm like, where are you coming from? I'm laughing because you're a joke. Mind your business. You got your own life. I'm not giving comments about what you do. I'm not interested. I don't care. So yeah, people may not volunteer to help you. People may not do things for free on your behalf. But I thank God for my sister from another. And I'm so glad that she's in my life because I need her support. It's hard out here and she's got my back. And I have her back like a sister should. Germaine, suggestion. In the future, if you have a question about me, instead of going to the press and making yourself look ridiculous, I suggest you come and ask me directly, okay? Not that it's any of your business, but yeah, ask me directly. That's how grown-ups deal with each other. Smooches. Clown number 2, the ex. Oh, oy vey. What a headache. Mentally strong people don't need to destroy others. Only the weak resort to sabotage. He does it all the time. Mentally balanced people, they break up, they move on. Mentally unstable people try to sabotage again, they try to destroy. So I don't even know where to begin with this fool, but here we go. Anytime I'm in the public eye and I get any kind of shine at all, here comes my ex. Slithering. He doesn't walk, he slithers. Gotta tell everybody, hey guys, I'm Dawn's ex. He said that he offered me a job. It blows my mind the level of foolishness that someone will go through just to get a little bit of attention. And TMZ literally believed him. Like, you guys didn't give any question to, is this guy legit? Is he on the up and up at all? You didn't even question his credibility. Like, that's crazy. He's on a 6 wife for a reason, so you should have just really looked into that first. But his emails go straight to my trash because he's abusive. So why would I want to work with him? Hello? Think about it. How many people work with their abusive exes? None. Funny, he never said anything about abusing me, cheating on me over and over, endless. And I was stupid in love. Dude, are you that fascinated with me? If I was his new wife, I'd be like, oh, like, okay, so what is this whole thing we're doing? Like, why? Yeah, I'd be asking that question. Fool, you're on your 6th wife. I think you need to really focus on her. Literally, I was wife number 2. Then he had number 3 and number 4 and number 5. Now he's on 6 and you got the nerve to be in my business? You know what's great? The fans handled everybody. I didn't have to say a word. Like, the fans were like, oh no, you won't. One girl said, he's talking about my ex, he sounds like he's narcissistic. Yeah, he is a narcissist, which is why he feels the need to be all up in my mix. Shine, SHHYNE, that's my show. Figure your own life out, you know. But they embarrassed him, dragged him to hell. I didn't have to say a word. I love it. Dude, you're acting like a disgruntled ex. You're hovering, just like a disgruntled ex. If you were over me, you wouldn't be so bothered with my life. Like, seriously, you didn't pay this much attention to me when you had me. You weren't this much involved in my life when we were together. So, yeah, move on. Be a good husband for the first time in your life. How about that? Definitely had enough practice. Mwah. Smooches. Clown number 3, Raphael Sadiq. Ooh, I took great pride in putting this together, y'all. I'm getting real good. real good at this editing. I love it though. Yes, Raphael said a lot of things recently about my participation in Lucy Pearl and what he could have done without me and all this stuff. It's really nasty, but not at all surprising. We did a song called Don't Mess With My Man, but it should have been called Don't Mess With Dawn. Here we go, y'all. Without further ado, Raphael Saadiq. Woo! Let's go! Just recently, about me going viral, he said that he thinks I'm lying about living in my car. First things first, nobody asked you your opinion, okay? Second, you couldn't do what I do. That's why you're thinking I can't do it either. Like, again, you don't know my life. Like, this is something stupid to lie about. You got to show receipts after a while. You can't just say that you're doing something and not show receipts for it, you know? So he wants it to be a lie. Then he said also recently, he was doing a show. They did Dance Tonight, and he was talking about Lucy Pearl. And he said, you see, y'all, I didn't need her for this. I didn't need Dawn for this. I could have done the Lucy Pearl album by myself. Like, what? Okay, I took this very personal. This is where I had to break it all the way down and tell y'all the real on Lucy Pearl. But before we go there, Raphael, I just have a question. Why didn't you do the Lucy Pearl project by yourself? If you could have done it alone, why didn't you? If you could have gotten Lauryn Hill, why didn't you? You searched for me. You called my manager and found me, okay? And I turned down the deal with RCA to do the Lucy Pearl project with you. But if you could have done it alone, why didn't you? What an ego. Another narcissist. I'm dealing with all these narcissists. I cannot handle it. Too much. Y'all destroy everything you touch. Lucy Pearl wouldn't have even happened had it not been for me. But here's the deets, y'all. First of all, you insulted me and the work that I did on that album. I brought in Monet. She wrote the girl parts with me. It wasn't a Tony album or a Raphael Saadiq album. It became Lucy Pearl because of what I brought to the table. I got to give credit to the producers that I brought in on the project, Glenn Standridge and Bobby Ozuna. When Sylvia offered me a solo album, these are the guys, or two of the guys, because I worked with several different local producers. I like doing that with untapped talent. And these are the guys I was working with. Raphael heard everything we were doing and said, do you think they'd like to work on this album? And I asked them, they said, heck yeah, and the rest is history. It was powerful because of them. They did the heavy lifting on that album. Don't take away from me as if I didn't do anything on this project. I did a lot. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of us. I love Lucy Pearl. And I'm not going to cry, but it just hurt me. Like, dude, how can you just take away from what I did? And the fans are feeling the same way. Like, you're taking away something that they love. They lifted us up. They made us Lucy Pearl. So how dare you do that? Who do you think you are? You can't erase my legacy. That won't ever happen. It hurt me that Raphael feels this way still about me. Like, I can't understand where the hate is coming from. Let me digress. When someone feels the need to be nasty and nefarious and say awful things to someone or about someone, that's an inside thing. That is self-hatred. I am very proud and will always be proud of Lucy Pearl. That's one of the dopest projects ever. Till I take my last breath, I'll be singing Dance Tonight on my way out. Like, for real, that, oof, every day, la la la, like, yes, we did that. And for him to take that away from me or try to, it's like, you can't erase someone. Raphael, Dwayne just passed away. You need to grieve him. That's what you need to be doing right now. But all this hate, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. You guys actually have a story about Dwayne. When I was in high school, I would always be at the bus stop, East 14th in Oakland, taking the bus from Oakland High in the house. I'd be taking the bus all the way from Oakland to San Leandro because my mom had moved. And I was trying to keep up with that schedule, but eventually I had to go to San Leandro High. Anyway, I'd be changing over buses from the Oakland bus to San Leandro bus. And Dwayne would be there. And we met, struck up a conversation. He said he's a musician. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a singer, I sing. And he's like, oh, okay. At the time, I think he played guitar. So I told, Daryl Clifton was my band director at the time. Daryl, he's a much older man, but he was putting a band together because he was like, you need to be in a band. So we would do all top 40 stuff. So I got his number. Daryl called him, and Dwayne was great. We loved him. And then there was a couple of times that our bass player couldn't make it. And he brought his brother, Raphael. Dwayne was like, my brother's a little nervous. So Raphael actually sat on a chair to play because he was so nervous. We were both kids, and I turned my back to the audience, because I was nervous too. And that's how we met. So I wouldn't have even met Raphael if it wasn't for Dwayne. Oh, so sad. But I know he lived a great life. I hope he was happy. I hadn't talked to him in later years, but I hope he was happy. God bless his children and his family. Sadly, jealousy and the need to control others destroys so many relationships and business relationships. The best groups and partnerships have been destroyed by those very characteristics. But as bad as it ended, I would not change a thing. I had such a blast with Lucy Pearl. Family, when you guys have a chance, check out a documentary called Loyalty, No Royalty. It's by Elijah Baker, Raphael and Dwayne's cousin. And he tells the truth about everything that happened with the Tonys. It was very candid, very real, very honest up front. You could feel it. And it's like, that's his family talking about him. So I'm not the only one feeling a certain kind of way about this man. But anyway, check it out when you get a chance. It's a great documentary, very well put together. Now, I know y'all didn't think I'd leave you out, did you? Last but not least, in my circus series, episode 4, En Vogue. Now, this was a shocker because it was passive aggressive, but they called me out, so I'm responding accordingly. Let's go! Now, this one got to me a little bit because I was just like, I think it's more shocked than anything. Some of the fans were upset because En Vogue was on the Jennifer Hudson show, and Jennifer asked them, who in the group gotten in the most trouble? Trouble, that's me. And Cindy said, she's not here.
Okay, who in the group has gotten in the most trouble?
She's not here.
Well,
you do not have to be a rocket scientist to put it together. Who she was talking about? She. Who's the she you're talking about? She who? For you to say that, everybody knew exactly who you were talking about. And to me, it was passive aggressive. It's obvious that I'm not there, first of all. Totally different energy. And you need a little trouble. You need some heat in there, y'all. Need a little bit of fire. I'm definitely missing. It is obvious that I'm not there. Fire sign, Sagittarius here, yes. The one who stood up for the group all the time. You're missing me. Even if she wasn't talking about me, like, who are you talking about? That was petty for anybody. Pretty sad. She's not here. And then for the other ones to be snickering in the background like little old ladies, like, oh, come on, y'all, grow up. The level of high school pettiness, like, I cannot believe what I'm watching. You guys are acting like I was the problem because I wouldn't tolerate 2 pennies a record. Maxine, you're falling out. Like, they didn't sue you a few years back. Like, you're acting like they care so much about you. Like, you're just so happy to be around them. As if you totally forgot that you're Maxine Jones, like you don't know your worth. It's a matter of when they get upset with you again, that they're gonna kick you out again. You're falling out laughing at the childish comment that Cindy made about me, but a minute ago you were telling me how much you can't stand them because they sued you. They literally sued you and kicked you out. As if they own En Vogue, as if they have the right to kick members out. Like, it's just a matter of time, hon. Doesn't make any sense. You are Maxine Jones, be that. That's my opinion. Whatever works for you. None of you can erase the legacy that I brought to both of those groups. I'm very proud of both, and I'm disappointed at the reaction from my bandmates. You guys are so petty. So petty. It's like grown people acting like this. She's not here. Okay, like, we can see that. You need her, though. It's sad. Like, Cindy's the one who carries around her Bible. When I'm reading magazines and tearing out tear sheets, reading articles and things, she's reading her Bible, So I didn't see God there at all. That is not the God I represent. Very sad. But I wouldn't trade this to even be there. I don't know. I'm not interested. Not that they asked me. They didn't ask. They don't want me there because I represent truth. I'm good where I'm at, and I'm building from here. You just saw how I went viral. God is taking me where I need to go. I'm right where I need to be. Somebody had the nerve to say that I put out my video to upstage Maxine coming back to En Vogue. Really? Lord have mercy. If Maxine does not have enough shine on her own to say that I'm taking her shine, That's pretty sad. I put out my video because I put out my video. It was time. It was already 9 months. What do you want me to keep waiting? Because Maxine's back in the group. Let me bide my time and let Maxine, like, come on, y'all. I put my video out because I put it out to my channel. It was time. It was overtime. I was way late on putting out episode 6. It had nothing to do with Maxine or anybody else. I put it out because it was time. And if she don't have shine of her own, there's nothing I can tell her. I shine. Sunshine. I'm being funny. So fans are asking if I'm going back now that Maxine is back. I am not going back. You don't run back to what tried to end you or destroy you. I will be in my car until my life changes as I'm making changes happen. I don't have to run back. Oh, I can make some money. I'm desperate. I will never be that desperate. But that's because I stand on my own 2 feet. I know who I am. I know who God is. I am a child of the Most High Mother, Father, God. And I put mother in there. Somebody recently was like, can you just say father? And I'm like, when there's a child, is there not a mother involved? Now, don't get into religion. If you want to talk about that, create your own channel and talk about it there. But I do see with my own eyes that every religion has removed the feminine aspect from it because feminine energy is very powerful. They couldn't control it, so they dismissed it. They erased it. But now that we're in the age of Aquarius, the age of awakening, people are starting to recognize it more. It can't be avoided. It's so amazing to me. There's always feminine energy. That divine feminine is there, and I'm not going to ignore that. I'm not going to make you feel better by not saying divine feminine. Back to the topic. It is obvious since I've been gone that they don't have the fire, but it's not because of looks or anything shallow. It was about me speaking up. It was about me not tolerating the bullshit from the record companies. I was too feisty, too smart for my own good in their eyes. And they decided to accept less than what we deserved. And I wasn't willing to, so they had to get rid of me. Which is what people do when they're afraid. Instead of standing with the one that's asking for more. Which is what we all deserved. We all should have asked for more. 2 pennies a record was unacceptable. And after a while, it was about their nastiness, their jealousy, and their need to control me. But that's like trying to control the sun. It can't be done, y'all. Can't be done. Smooches.
Crush on Dawn from En Vogue. Crush on Dawn from En Vogue. Used to have a crush on Dawn from En Vogue. Used to have a crush on Dawn from En Vogue. Used to have a crush on Dawn from En Vogue.